On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Architecture.
The art and science of designing and constructing buildings.
Examples:
Architecture design. Classic architecture. The city is known for its impressive architecture and beautiful old buildings.
Doctrine.
A belief or set of ideas held and taught by a church, political party, or other groups.
Examples:
Religious doctrine. Doctrine of nonviolence. The church doctrine teaches that all are equal in the eyes of God.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Modernity.
The quality or condition of being modern, the state or era of being up to date in technology, science, and culture.
Examples:
Spirit of modernity. Path toward modernity. He was fascinated by the contrasts between traditional life and the city's modernity.
Ambitious.
Having a great desire to attain achievement, power, or wealth.
Examples:
Achieve ambitious goals. With an ambitious eye. Their company has been in business for a short time but has ambitious goals.
Manifesto.
A public declaration or statement of policy and aims, usually issued by a political party or government, a written statement or proclamation of one's beliefs or intentions.
Examples:
Manifesto statement. Environmental manifesto. The political party issued a manifesto outlining its plans for the country's future.
Detrimental.
Causing harm or damage.
Examples:
Detrimental eating habits. Detrimental to good health. The new policy had a detrimental impact on small businesses.
Straitjacket.
A garment or device designed to restrain a person's arms and body, typically used in psychiatric or medical settings to prevent a patient from harming themselves or others.
Examples:
Mental straitjacket. Straitjacket therapy. The patient was put in a straitjacket to prevent self-harm.
Liberate.
To set free, to release or rescue from captivity or oppression.
Examples:
Liberate people from oppression. Liberate potential. The prisoners were liberated after the war ended.
Decorative.
Serving to make something look more attractive or pretty, embellishing.
Examples:
Decorative art. Decorative design. The decorative tiles on the wall added a colorful and unique touch to the room.
Condemn.
To express strong disapproval or criticism of something.
Examples:
Condemn violence. Condemn crime. The government was condemned for its handling of the crisis.
Utilitarian.
Designed to be practical and functional rather than decorative or luxurious.
Examples:
Utilitarian design. Utilitarian economics. The kitchen is designed with a utilitarian approach, focusing on practicality rather than aesthetics.
Rigor.
Strictness or severity in opinion, temper, or judgment.
Examples:
The rigor of the law. Academic rigor. When the dead body was found, rigor mortis had already begun.
Restrain.
To prevent or hold back from doing something, often by physical or moral force, to limit or restrict one's actions or behavior, to control or moderate strong emotions or impulses.
Examples:
Restrain from violence. Restrain a child. The police had to restrain the suspect after he became violent during the arrest.
Rewrite.
To write something such as a book or speech again in a different way, usually to improve it or add new information.
Examples:
Rewrite a composition. Rewrite a world record. I need to rewrite most of the essay with feedback from my teacher.
Phrase.
A group of words that mean something specific when used together.
Examples:
Ready-made phrases. Noun phrase. We bought a Spanish phrase book.
Propose.
To make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples:
Propose the amendment. Propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Fiction.
The type of book or story, especially novels, that describes imaginary events and people, anything made up or imagined that is not true.
Examples:
Stuff of science fiction. Non-fiction bestseller. Truth is stranger than fiction.
Implausible.
Difficult to believe or accept as true, not credible or convincing, unlikely or improbable.
Examples:
Implausible theory. Implausible excuse. The detective found the suspect's story implausible and decided to investigate further.
Prototype.
A first or preliminary example of something such as a device or vehicle from which other forms are developed.
Examples:
Complete a prototype product. Early prototype. The flying car is presently in the prototype stage.
Explicit.
Stated clearly and in detail, leaving no room for confusion or doubt.
Examples:
Explicit content. Explicit instructions. The movie had an explicit sex scene that some viewers might find offensive.
Engagement.
A mutual promise to marry someone, an agreement to do something, especially at a particular time.
Examples:
A prior engagement. Break off an engagement. They selected a gorgeous diamond engagement ring.
Conceptual.
Related to or founded on ideas, principles.
Examples:
Conceptual art. New conceptual framework. He has absolutely no conceptual comprehension of maths.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
Possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Core.
The most essential or fundamental part of something.
Examples:
The core of an apple. Core business activity. These gas nebulas are merely newborn galactic cores.
Structural.
Associated with the way on construction or organization of anything.
Examples:
Structural analyses. Structural reorganization. The earthquake resulted in significant structural destruction.
Arrange.
To plan, prepare for, and carry out something.
Examples:
Arrange the meeting. The list was arranged alphabetically. I need to arrange plans with him for the celebration.
Functional.
Designed for or capable of a particular activity, purpose, or task, practical or ready for use or service.
Examples:
Field of functional medicine. Functional deafness. The mobile phone was still functional even after being dropped.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples.
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Narrative.
A story or a description of a series of events or process of telling a story.
Examples.
Narrative poetry. Personal narrative. The narrative handles multiple plot lines and has unpredictable ends.
Fictive.
Not real or actual, invented or imagined, relating to or having the characteristics of fiction.
Examples.
Fictive language. Fictive characters. The writer's fictive novel was a captivating tale of adventure and intrigue.
Inhabitant.
A person or an animal that lives in a particular place.
Examples.
The early inhabitants of Europe. Inhabitant tax. His family is the oldest inhabitant of the island.
Script.
A written text of a film, play, broadcast, or speech, something written by hand.
Examples.
A hand script. The script of a play. The archaeologist found a hieratic Egyptian script on a stone monument.
Hybrid.
Composed of different elements or mixed characters.
Examples.
New hybrid system. An interspecific hybrid. The mule is a hybrid between a male donkey and a female horse.
Simultaneous.
Happening or being done at the same time.
Examples.
The simultaneous release of the album. Simultaneous equations. The simultaneous translation made it possible for everyone to understand the speaker.
Unfold.
To open up or spread out something that is folded or rolled up, to reveal or disclose something that was previously hidden or unknown.
Examples.
Unfold the story. Unfold the stroller. The mystery unfolded as the detectives gathered more clues.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples.
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Programmatic.
Relating to or characterized by a systematic plan or program, especially one implemented using computers or other methods.
Examples.
Make a programmatic decision. Programmatic framework. The advertising platform uses a programmatic approach to match ads to relevant websites and mobile apps automatically.
Emote.
To communicate through facial expressions, gestures, and body language to express strong feelings or emotions.
Examples:
Emote salute. Emote through art. The actor could emote a wide range of emotions on screen, earning them critical acclaim.
Headquarter.
The central office or location from which a business or organization is managed.
Examples:
Administrative headquarter. An emergency headquarter. The company decided to move its headquarters to New York City.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Broadcast.
To send out a program or some information on radio or television.
Examples:
Broadcast a concert. Broadcast a radio ad. Most of the programs are broadcast in this area.
REM.
Abbreviation for rapid eye movement, a stage of sleep characterized by rapid eye movements, increased brain activity, and dreaming.
Examples:
REM sleep cycle. REM sleep behavior disorder. REM sleep deprivation has been linked to various adverse effects on mood, memory, and cognitive function.
Skyscraper.
A very tall building, typically one in a city.
Examples:
Skyscraper apartment house. Steel-framed skyscraper. The 50-floor skyscraper loomed over the city, dwarfing the other buildings.
Emerge.
To move out of or away from something and become visible.
Examples:
Emerge as a butterfly. Emerge from poverty. During colonial eras, new migratory patterns emerged.
District.
A part of a country or town, especially one with particular features.
Examples:
School districts. Urban districts. Since 2001, the district has provided training programs for automotive technicians.
Context.
The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning.
Examples:
Historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision.
Vertical.
Upright or perpendicular to a horizontal surface or line.
Examples:
Vertical takeoff. Vertical axis. The ladder leaned against the vertical surface of the building.
Profoundly.
To a great or complete degree, deeply.
Examples:
Profoundly insightful. Sleep profoundly. The novel affected her profoundly, causing her to question her beliefs and values.
Hierarchy.
A system in which people or things are organized into different levels of importance from highest to lowest.
Examples:
Top of the hierarchy. Hierarchy of folders. She has taken a step up in the organizational hierarchy.
Undo.
To reverse the effect of an action or event, typically one that is recent or specific.
Examples:
Undo changes. Undo a belt. I accidentally deleted the file, so can you undo that action?
Collaboration.
The act or situation of working together to create or produce something.
Examples:
Collaboration between companies. Collaboration platform. The partnership program requires a mutual collaboration between both agencies.
Isolation.
The condition of being alone or lonely, the act or state of separation between persons or groups.
Examples:
Isolation booth. The country's isolation. That incident led to his isolation.
Needle.
A thin, pointed object typically used for sewing or medical purposes, a metal or plastic instrument used for administering injections or drawing blood.
Examples:
Needle prick. Sewing needle. The acupuncturist inserted needles into specific points on my body to alleviate my pain.
Loop.
A shape like a curve or a circle made by something long and thin, such as a piece of string, that bends round and crosses itself.
Examples:
Exit from a loop. Positive feedback loop. Many people in this city use the loop railway for transportation.
Interconnect.
To connect similar things.
Examples:
Directly interconnect with those systems. Human activities interconnect with the environment. Our system can now interconnect with other databases.
Aspect.
One part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples:
Non-technical aspects of the job. Aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Administer.
To oversee and control the operation or arrangement of something.
Examples:
Administer justice. Administer the funds. After the accident, 3 governmental bodies administer the company.
Circuit.
In electrical engineering, an electrical device that provides a path for electrical current to flow, a journey or route around a particular place or area.
Examples:
Circuit breaker, Federal Circuit courts. An intelligent battery has a voltage monitoring circuit.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal, a systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective, a method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement, decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Exchange.
To give something and receive something else in return, often with the implication that the items being traded are of equal or comparable value. Noun, the act of giving or taking something in return for something else, a place or system where goods or services can be bought, sold, or traded.
Examples:
Exchange rate. Exchange a few friendly words. My sister and I frequently exchange books as we love reading.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology, cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Circulatory.
Relating to the system that moves blood through the body, which includes the heart, arteries, and veins.
Examples:
A circulatory disease. Cause circulatory failure shock. The circulatory system of the animal is also responsible for heat transportation.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
Suddenly attacked by an enemy. Die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Substance.
The real physical material of which a thing or person consist, the most important or main part of some idea or experience, an illegal drug.
Examples:
An explosive substance. Substance abuse problem. The substance of the argument was well presented.
Dissect.
To cut into pieces, to study the structure of something in detail.
Examples:
Dissect the data. Dissect a personality. The scientist dissected the frog to study its internal organs.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Primary.
First or highest in rank, order, or importance, most fundamental or essential, pertaining to the initial or introductory stage of something, such as a school year or election cycle.
Examples:
Primary school, primary education. The primary cause of the accident was due to the icy road conditions.
Cluster.
A group of similar things or people close together, often forming a distinct mass or unit.
Examples:
Live in a cluster. A cluster of stars. A cluster of grapes hung from the vine.
Tight.
Fixed, fastened, or kept together firmly or closely.
Examples:
A tight game. Student on a tight budget. The national election was held amid tight security.
Intertwine.
To twist together or become twisted together.
Examples:
Intertwine thread. Intertwine story. The vines intertwine to form a thick canopy overhead.
Canteen.
A small cafeteria or dining hall, especially one in a military or school setting.
Examples:
Military canteen. School canteen. The soldiers gathered in the canteen to eat their rations and catch up on the latest news from home.
Thread.
A fine cord of natural or synthetic fibers or filaments, such as cotton or nylon, used in sewing, knitting, or weaving. A series of connected messages or comments on a social media platform or online forum, often related to a particular topic. A sequence or line of events, ideas, or actions that are connected or related. Verb. To pass a thread through a needle or other small opening, in preparation for sewing or stitching.
Examples:
Thread a catheter. Start a new thread. The detective followed a thread of clues which ultimately led to the suspect's arrest.
Excess.
An amount or quantity beyond what is acceptable, expected, or reasonable.
Examples:
Lose excess weight. An excess of exports. The road of access leads to the palace of wisdom.
Comprehension.
The ability to understand or grasp the meaning of something, especially through knowledge or experience.
Examples:
Comprehension level. A listening comprehension test. Her comprehension of the material was impressive for someone so young.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
Typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Glue.
A sticky substance used for joining things together, a bonding agent made from animal or synthetic materials.
Examples:
Glue stick. Epoxy glue. The carpenter applied glue to the cabinet joints before nailing them together.
Confront.
To face, meet, or deal with a problem or difficult situation or person.
Examples:
Confront a global warming. Confront the issue. He finally decided to confront problems directly.
Quantity.
The amount or number of something, magnitude.
Examples:
Half quantity. Residual quantity. In southward, the average annual water quantity increases.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Inhabit.
To live in a specific location, to reside.
Examples:
Inhabit a cave. Inhabit the stomach. I have no idea what sort of folks inhabit the neighborhood.
Comprehend.
To understand the nature or meaning of something fully.
Examples:
Comprehend English. Comprehend instructions. She struggled to comprehend complex math problems.
Hypothesis.
A proposed idea or explanation that is based on a few known facts, but has not yet been proven to be true or accurate.
Examples:
Test my hypothesis. A bold hypothesis. This evidence supports the Big Bang hypothesis.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Exhibition.
A public event or display of works of art, scientific or industrial objects, or other items of interest, usually held in a museum or art gallery.
Examples:
A personal exhibition. Exhibition opening. The art museum is hosting an exhibition of contemporary paintings next month.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
modern poetry, pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Installation:
The act or process of fixing furniture, a machine, or a piece of equipment into position so that it can be used. The act or process of putting into an office or a position.
Examples:
installation fee, a medical installation. The Queen attested the installation of state ministers to their portfolios.
Simultaneously:
At the same time.
Examples:
simultaneously affected. Take several inputs simultaneously. Two students answered the teacher's question simultaneously.
Tip:
The top or extreme point of something slender or tapering, usually a mountain or hill. A piece of advice about something practical, a small amount of money given for services.
Examples:
the tip of a paintbrush. Give the waiter a tip. I will introduce some tips on learning English in this class.
Cantilever:
a long projecting beam or structure that is anchored at one end and carries a load at the other end, often used to support balconies, walkways, and bridges.
Examples:
cantilever beam, cantilever bridge. The designer utilized a cantilever technique to create a sleek and modern staircase.
Backdrop:
a painted or photographed scene or setting that is used as a background for a stage, film, or other performance.
Examples:
backdrop of poverty, perfect backdrop. The lush green forest provided a picturesque backdrop for the photo shoot.
Photograph:
a picture or image that is produced by a camera, a visual representation or record of a person, object, or scene that has been captured electronically or on film.
Examples:
photograph album, photograph memories. I found an old photograph of my grandparents from their wedding day.
Sill:
a horizontal piece of material, such as wood or stone, that forms the bottom of a window or door frame, a narrow shelf or ledge at the bottom of a window or door.
Examples:
sill plate, window sill. The door sill was painted a bright red to make it more visible.
Portray:
to depict or describe someone or something in a painting, film, book, or other artistic work.
Examples:
portray feelings in words. Accurately portray the condition. We often portray political problems as religious issues.
Urban:
relating to or located in a town or city.
Examples:
urban planning, urban property owners. Only a small number of urban utilities offer sanitation services.
Impersonate.
To pretend to be someone else, often with the intent to deceive or defraud, to imitate the mannerisms or speech of another person as a form of tribute or satire.
Examples:
Impersonate a government official. Impersonate a character. The comedian is famous for his ability to impersonate famous politicians.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Architect.
A person whose job is to design plans to be used in making something, such as buildings.
Examples:
Landscape architect. Architect of the peace accord. The building architect tried to build the house above the tree.
Collaborate.
To work with someone else to produce or achieve something.
Examples:
Collaborate with the police. Collaborate on a press release. She agreed to collaborate with him in creating new artwork.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Residential.
Relating to, suitable for, or used for living in.
Examples:
A residential district. Residential property. The city's residential area is known for its quiet streets and beautiful homes.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Dominate.
To have or control a lot of power and influence over somebody or something.
Examples:
dominate possession, dominate over the weak. The perspective of his right brain dominates his consciousness.
Tower.
A structure that is exceptionally high in proportion to its width and either forms part of a building or stands alone.
Examples:
a bell tower, the tower on a cliff. She is a tower of strength for our team in trouble.
Typology.
The study or classification of types or patterns, particularly in terms of objects, concepts, or characteristics, a system or method of categorizing or organizing things into specific types or groups based on shared traits or attributes.
Examples:
typology study, psychological typology. The linguist studied the typology of languages across different regions.
Privacy.
Someone's right to keep their personal matters and relationships not watched or interrupted by other people.
Examples:
privacy abuse, trespass on a person's privacy. This conduct would be an invasion of privacy.
Individuality.
The qualities or characters that distinguish a particular person or thing from others of the same kind.
Examples:
your individuality. Emphasize individuality. He has a strong sense of individuality.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
environment affairs, chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Residual.
Relating to or constituting a remainder or leftover portion, remaining after other elements or factors have been removed or taken into account.
Examples:
residual waste, residual income. The scientist found residual traces of the chemical in the water sample.
Isolate.
To physically or socially separate someone or something from other people or things.
Examples:
isolate a compound, isolate a patient. You should not isolate them from the community.
Topple.
To cause to lose balance and fall over, especially by pushing.
Examples:
topple communist rule, topple off a ledge. The statue was old and unstable, so it easily toppled over.
Horizontal.
Parallel to the ground or in a baseline, being at the same level as all members of a group.
Examples:
horizontal lines, horizontal stripes. Airplanes need horizontal tails to improve stability.
Stack.
A pile of something arranged or laid one on top of another, a large tall chimney through which combustion gases and smoke can be evacuated.
Examples:
High stack. A large stack of paper. The earthquake caused a stack of lumber to crumble noisily.
Random.
Made, done, or happening without method, conscious decision, or any regular pattern.
Examples:
A random choice. Bombs fell at random. To find drunk drivers, police conduct random tests.
Viewpoint.
A way of thinking about a specific subject, a place from which something can be viewed, especially in an area of natural beauty.
Examples:
A scientific viewpoint. Aesthetic viewpoint. We looked at this issue from a different viewpoint.
Helicopter.
A type of aircraft that is capable of hovering in place and moving vertically, as well as flying horizontally, often used for emergency medical services, military operations, and transport in areas with limited access.
Examples:
Helicopter ride. Police helicopter. The company's CEO arrived at the meeting via helicopter to avoid traffic congestion.
Hexagon.
A six-sided polygon with 6 angles and 6 sides of equal length.
Examples:
Hexagon head bolt. Hexagon pattern. The honeycomb structure of a beehive is made up of hexagons.
Grid.
A pattern of regularly spaced horizontal and vertical lines, a system of high-tension cables by which electrical power is distributed throughout a region.
Examples:
A grid design. A wire grid. Grid pattern roads often appear in urban areas.
Outdo.
To do better than someone, to surpass.
Examples:
Outdo him in trickery. Outdo the competition. He tried to outdo his rival by breaking the world record.
Courtyard.
An open space surrounded by buildings or walls, often in the center of a building or group of buildings.
Examples:
Quiet courtyard. Spacious courtyard. The hotel's beautiful courtyard was the perfect spot for a wedding reception.
Hermetic.
Completely sealed or airtight, often used to describe a container or space, having a mysterious or hard to understand quality, often used to describe a text or idea that is difficult to interpret or decode.
Examples:
Hermetic philosophy. Hermetic environment. The scientists used a hermetic seal to prevent air from entering the laboratory experiment.
Sealed.
Closed or secured with.
Examples:
Sealed orders. Sealed jar. We packed and shipped the product in sealed containers.
Permeable.
Capable of being penetrated, passed through, or absorbed, allowing liquids, gases, or other substances to pass through a surface or material, often with ease.
Examples:
Permeable membrane. Air permeable fabric. The soil needs to be permeable so water can easily drain through it.
Interlace.
To intertwine or weave together in a pattern or design, to connect or link closely or intricately, to intermix or intermingle.
Examples:
Interlace fingers. Interlace strands of hair. The dancers interlaced their movements seamlessly, creating a stunning choreography.
Alike.
Similar or identical in nature or appearance.
Examples:
Young and old alike. Alike in nature. The two paintings looked alike as if the same artist had done them.
Animate.
To make something full of interest and energy.
Examples:
Animate the body. Animate his soul. The positive attitude of the supervisor animated the discussion.
Primarily.
Mainly.
Examples:
Intended primarily for young people. Primarily affect adults. All peaceful cooperation is based primarily on mutual trust.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Spectrum.
An ordered array of colors into which a light beam can be split.
Examples:
A broad spectrum of opinion. Infrared spectrum. This device displayed the speech spectrum spectrographically.
Mathematics.
The science dealing with the logic of quantities, shapes, spaces, and arrangement.
Examples:
A good grounding in mathematics. Mathematics competition. He has a flair for mathematics.
Minus.
Subtracting or taking away, having a value less than zero.
Examples:
Minus sign. Minus temperature. The recipe calls for 4 cups of flour minus 1 tablespoon.
Footprint.
A mark of a foot, shoe, or animal's foot left on a surface.
Examples:
Footprints in the snow. The footprints of an earlier civilization. We choose transportation that has a smaller carbon footprint.
Terrace.
commonly paved outdoor space next to a house, a row of homes that were all constructed in the same design and shared dividing walls.
Examples:
Private terrace, rooftop terrace. Heavy rain soaked a significant part of the terrace.
Multiply.
To add a number to itself a specified number of times, to increase or cause to increase very much in number or quantity.
Examples:
Multiply 5 and 6. Multiply about 100-fold. Multiply a number by itself twice.
Datum.
A singular form of the word data, a single piece of information or a fact used as a basis for reasoning or further analysis.
Examples:
Statistical datum, datum point. We'll need at least 10 pieces of datum to complete this analysis.
Sustainable.
Able to continue or be continued for a long time.
Examples:
Sustainable alternative fuel. Principles of sustainable development. The government should do more to support environmentally sustainable agriculture.
Sufficient.
Adequate, enough for a particular purpose or requirement.
Examples:
Sufficient time. Self-sufficient economy. That candidate does not have sufficient means to win an election with certainty.
Daylight.
The natural light produced by the sun during the day, especially in contrast to artificial light or darkness.
Examples:
Daylight hours. Natural daylight. The view of the city skyline from the top of the building looked amazing in the daylight.
Optimize.
To make the best or most effective use of something.
Examples:
Optimize a process. Optimize control for cooling. The essence of economics is to optimize the allocation of limited resources.
Glaze.
To cover or coat with a thin layer of film, particularly a shiny or glossy layer, such as a layer of protective material on ceramics or a top coat of paint on a surface. To apply a thin, glossy coating to food, often using a sauce or syrup.
Examples:
Glaze a window. Glaze over eyes. The baker used a brush to glaze the donuts with a sweet, shiny coating.
Facade.
The face or front of a building, especially a large one, superficial or false appearance intended to conceal something unpleasant.
Examples:
The outside facade of a castle. Facade of wealth. A gentle facade concealed his powerfulness.
Minimize.
To make something, especially something bad, small or less serious.
Examples:
Minimize a loss. Way to minimize conflict. I bought a gadget before my trip to help minimize stress during the flight.
Consumption.
The amount used or eaten, the act of using up a resource such as energy, food, or materials.
Examples:
Average fuel consumption. The consumption of food. In our country, water consumption usually decreases during the winter.
Geometry.
The area of pure mathematics that deals with the points, lines, curves, and surfaces.
Examples:
Euclidean geometry. Spherical geometry. The mathematician pioneered fractal geometry.
Prevailing.
Most frequent, widespread, or currently dominant, usually referring to a particular opinion, attitude, or trend.
Examples:
Prevailing wind. Prevailing trend. The prevailing opinion was that the project would be a success.
Corridor.
A hallway or passageway, especially one connecting rooms or areas within a building or structure.
Examples:
Walk along a corridor. Air corridor. The long corridor was filled with people rushing to get to their rooms before the meeting began.
Evaporate.
To turn a liquid into a gas, to become less intense and disappear gradually.
Examples:
Evaporate the water. Evaporate almost overnight. The sun will evaporate the mist.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Enhance.
To increase or improve the quality, amount, or strength of someone or something.
Examples:
Enhance value. Enhance the flavor of the vanilla. The new strategy will enhance the profitability of our company.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Transit.
The act or process of passing through or across a place or state, transportation.
Examples:
A transit visa. Mass transit. Public transit is an essential service for many cities.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Digital.
Processing or storing information as a succession of 1 and 0 to show that a signal is present or missing, relating to the use of computer technology, especially the Internet.
Examples:
A digital watch. Digital electronic signature. Sensors convert physical phenomena into digital signals.
Pertinent.
Relevant or applicable to a particular matter, having a direct bearing on the matter at hand.
Examples:
Pertinent question. Pertinent topic. The judge only allowed pertinent evidence to be submitted during the trial.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Embody.
To represent or exemplify something, to give tangible form to an abstract idea.
Examples:
Embody my goal. Embody a spirit of charity. The company's new products embody the values of innovation and sustainability.
Giant.
Extremely big, much bigger or more important than similar items usually are.
Examples:
Giant trees. Giant tech company. The giant jets that gradually dominate the world's airlines.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples:
The interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming.
Surround.
To be all around something or somebody.
Examples:
Surround a town. A stone wall surrounds the palace. On 3 sides, mountains surround the settlement.
Envelope.
To surround and cover completely, to encase.
Examples:
Envelop the whole world. Envelop her in a bear hug. The fog enveloped the city, making it difficult to see.
Modular.
Consisting of distinct or separable parts or units that can be joined together and form a complete whole.
Examples:
Build a modular system. Modular furniture. Computers have a modular structure, making it easy to upgrade essential functions.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Commit.
To do something illegal or wrong.
Examples:
Commit suicide. Commit mistakes. The military has committed an abuse of human rights.
Legacy.
Something that is handed down from an earlier generation or time, often something that has had a significant impact on subsequent generations. A bequest made by a person in their will, often money or property.
Examples:
Financial legacy. Cultural legacy. Her legacy as a philanthropist will live on for generations to come.
Corporation.
A large company or group of companies that are controlled together by law as a single unit.
Examples:
A public corporation. Corporation assets. 4 companies were amalgamated into a single corporation.
Mayor.
An elected official who presides over a city or town government.
Examples:
A deputy mayor. Mayor's race. The incumbent mayor announced his plans to address the city's homelessness crisis.
Undertake.
To do or begin to do something, such as an enterprise or responsibility.
Examples:
Undertake an enterprise. Undertake routine duties. Young people in this country should undertake military duties.
Investigate.
To conduct a systematic or formal inquiry to identify and evaluate the facts of a crime, problem, statement, etc., to establish the truth.
Examples:
Investigate the matter. Investigate a data leak. The committee investigated several apparent inconsistencies.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb: to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
Institute a lawsuit. Research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Synergy.
The interaction of elements that, when combined, produce a total effect that is greater than the sum of the individual elements.
Examples:
Synergy collaboration. Synergy between businesses. The new software program was designed to increase productivity by promoting employee synergy.
Showcase.
A display or exhibition of something, typically as a way of promoting it.
Examples:
Museum showcase. Showcase of innovation. The museum's new exhibition is a showcase of contemporary art.
Achievement.
A thing that someone has accomplished, primarily through their effort and ability.
Examples:
Student achievement. A remarkable achievement. This achievement has never been formally accepted.
Humankind.
The whole of the living human inhabitants of the earth.
Examples:
Humankind as a species. History of humankind. On the geological timescale, humankind has existed for a brief moment.
Linear.
Of, relating to, or consisting of lines or length, able to be expressed as a straight line, especially on a graph.
Examples:
Linear trend. A linear equation. People tend to make linear predictions.
Sequence.
A series of related events, actions, numbers, etc., which have a particular order.
Examples:
The sequence of the seasons. The DNA sequence. We do move forward with those tasks in sequence next week.
Delineate.
To describe or portray something in detail, to clearly and precisely define the boundaries or outline of something.
Examples:
Delineate the plan. Delineate a picture of the future. The architect needs to delineate the precise measurements of the building plan.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Blur.
A faint or indistinct image or sound, something that is not clear or distinct. Verb, to become unclear, to lose clear vision.
Examples:
Blur image. Motion blur. The camera's focus was off, and the image was a blur of colors and shapes.
Domain.
A specific sphere of influence or control, a specific field of knowledge or expertise.
Examples:
Domain of use. A dependent domain. The company's domain in the market was expanding to new territories.
Orchestrate.
To plan, coordinate, or arrange something, especially skillfully or cleverly. Noun, the act of organizing or directing the elements of a composition, especially in music.
Examples:
Orchestrate a takeover. Orchestrate the political reinstatement. He carefully orchestrated the details of his business plan.
Interact.
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
Interact directly with customers. Interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Module:
A self-contained unit or component of a larger system or structure. A standardized unit of computer hardware or software designed to perform a specific function.
Examples:
Module software. Audio module. I must install a new programming module for my computer program to function properly.
Ventilation:
The provision of fresh air, especially to a room or building.
Examples:
Ventilation system. Hyperventilation syndrome. The ventilation system in the building needed to be replaced.
Glazed:
Having a shiny surface or coating, as if covered in glass, having a dull, blank expression.
Examples:
Glazed roofing tile. Glazed finish. He looked at her with a glazed expression, not quite comprehending what she was saying.
Exhibit:
To show something in public for people to enjoy or to provide them with information.
Examples:
Exhibit a bad attitude. Exhibit a great talent. Other technology industries exhibit similarly explosive growth.
Occupy:
To consume all of someone's space, attention, or time.
Examples:
Occupy his time. Occupy a position. The young prince will soon occupy the throne.
Shrink:
To become smaller, or to make something smaller in size or amount.
Examples:
Shrink the tumor. Shrink with fear. This shirt will shrink in the wash.
Contract:
A legally binding agreement between two or more parties, setting out their rights and obligations to each other, typically in writing and enforceable by law.
Examples:
Employment contract. Contract law. The company signed a contract with the supplier for the delivery of goods.
Uncertain:
Not being sure of something, not being able to choose.
Examples:
Numerous uncertain factors. Take an uncertain attitude. She was uncertain about her friend's intentions.
Adjacent:
Next to, close to, or adjoining something.
Examples:
Adjacent to his house. Adjacent houses. Our country has military alliances with adjacent countries.
Opposition:
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples:
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Stadium.
A large, usually roofless building with tiers of seats for spectators at sports or other events.
Examples:
Stadium seating. Stadium capacity. The baseball stadium was filled with excited fans eagerly awaiting the start of the game.
Volume.
The amount of space occupied by an object or substance, the magnitude of sound.
Examples:
Volume of work. High volume. This container has a volume of 10 cubic meters.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Institutional.
Of, in, or relating to a large important organization, such as a university or bank, organized as or forming part of the standard systems, practices, etc.
Examples:
Institutional bank. Address institutional constraints. We have to discuss the institutional reforms of our country.
Entity.
Something that exists independently and has its own identity.
Examples:
Legal entity. Government entity. A company is a distinct legal entity.
Maintain.
To continue to uphold or sustain, to keep in a particular state or condition, to assert or declare something to be true.
Examples:
Maintain order. Maintain good health. I need to maintain my car regularly to prevent any major mechanical issues.
Subsume.
To include or encompass within a larger category or concept.
Examples:
Subsume data. Subsume category. The new software will subsume all the functions of the old one, making it unnecessary.
Singular.
Being only one of its kind, unique.
Examples:
Singular purpose. Singular goal. The singular beauty of the night sky never ceases to amaze him.
Comparison.
The consideration or examination of the similarities between two or more people or things.
Examples:
Ease of comparison. Comparison of foods on a caloric basis. I've included the two designs for a comparison.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Multiplicity.
A large number or variety of something, the quality or state of being multiple or manifold.
Examples:
Functional multiplicity. Multiplicity of languages. The multiplicity of colors in the sunset was truly breathtaking.
Heterogeneous.
Diverse in character or content, composed of parts of different kinds, not uniform.
Examples:
Heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous system. The heterogeneous group of students came from different countries and spoke various languages.
Educational.
Relating to education or providing knowledge or instruction.
Examples:
Educational system. Elevate educational standards. The museum offers a variety of educational programs for children and adults.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples:
Visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Trajectory.
The curved path followed by an object moving through space.
Examples:
Career trajectory. A trajectory missile. The company has shown an excellent growth trajectory over the years.
Festival.
A celebration or event, usually marking a particular religious or cultural occasion, often involving processions, music, dancing, and the performance of plays or other artistic works.
Examples:
Festival attendee. International Film Festival. The music festival attracts visitors from all over the world.
Platform.
The raised flat space close to the track at a train station where passengers get on or off the train. Technology, a computational or digital environment in which a piece of software is executed.
Examples:
An arrival platform. A digital platform for enterprise. The speaker mounted the platform and started to speak.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Fishery.
An area of water where fish are caught in large quantities for living, a business or practice of catching and selling fish.
Examples:
Fishery management. Commercial fishery. The majority of the people on the island are fishery folk.
Lobster.
A marine crustacean with a hard, often brightly colored shell, a pair of large pincers, and a tail used for swimming.
Examples:
Lobster dinner. fresh lobster. The restaurant served a delicious lobster, steamed to perfection.
Recycle.
To sort and collect things to process them and produce valuable materials that can be used again.
Examples:
recycle the cardboard boxes. Recycle milk packaging into new paper. We largely recycle the circuit board of cell phones because they contain a lot of valuable metals.
Fantasy.
A fiction with a large amount of imagination in it, a pleasant situation that you imagine, but that is unlikely to happen.
Examples:
fantasy novel. Confuse fantasy with reality. Composition by artificial intelligence is no longer a fantasy.
Gentle.
Having or showing a kindly or tender nature, soft and mild.
Examples:
in a gentle voice. Gentle downward slope. Her gentle manner relaxed everyone there.
Arch.
A curved structure with two supports that holds the weight of something above it, such as a bridge or the upper part of a building.
Examples:
the arch of a person's foot. An arch-shaped stone structure. The arch bears the weight of the overhead bridge.
Wonderland.
A place or situation that is delightful or enchanting, often characterized by a dreamlike or surreal quality, a reference to the fictional world from Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Examples:
magical wonderland. Alice's Wonderland. The colorful garden was a wonderland of various plants and flowers.
Primordial.
Existing from the beginning of time or the start of a particular process, relating to the earliest stage of the universe.
Examples:
primordial forms of life. Primordial gas. The discovery of the primordial soup was a crucial step in understanding the origins of life on Earth.
Merge.
To combine or integrate things, or to cause this to happen.
Examples:
merge into a new party. Merge those systems into a new one. This consulting firm decided to merge the two companies into one.